Hi, and welcome to my Tuesday evening live card making tutorial. This evening I have for you a peaceful view silhouette card with an easy sunset background. It turned out so pretty and so easy to make. So let me start by introducing myself. I'm Shelley Godby, and for 24 years I've been teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. All right, so let's have a closer look at the peaceful view. Well, stamp set. It's a stamp set of one. One big, beautiful background stamping. Well, actually, this isn't a background when you see when we're done. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And this card, so simple. It turned out to be a SIP card. SIP meaning stamps, ink, and paper. So what I have this, look, that's not actual size. This is actual size. So this will cover the full front of, an A2 card, right? A 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card. That will cover it. All right, but we will start with our background and just say hello and let me know that you're here and watching. And I've got some basic white cardstock. Whenever you're stamping on white cardstock, you absolutely want to use the Stampin' Up! Basic white cardstock because it has a smooth, tight finish to give you crisp, clean images. All right, Miss Adelaide is here. Fantastic. All right, so underneath me, I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper because I'll be going off the edge because I will be filling in with blending brushes. All right, and Miss Danette is here. Hello. Okay, so you ready for this? This is highly technical. I'm kidding. All right, so this is just scrap paper. And I'm going to tear. So every one of these can be very unique. And I think I like this one. All right, so I'm going to place this on here. I'm not going to use any adhesive. I didn't feel the need to. Oh, Miss Jenny, I was thinking about you the other day. Thought, oh, Miss Jenny hasn't been here for a while. All right, so I am going to start with the Peach Pie Classic Stampin' Pad. And this is one of the 2426 in colors. And one of the blending brushes, not the small, but the large, because we will fill in. And this won't be this perfectly smooth look, but it works. I guess if you really wanted it perfectly smooth, you could use the brayer. And so I'm placing this here. And let's just start filling in. Just fill, fill, fill. So I'm loading up my brush because I want this to be nice and deep. And see how it's not perfect? I'm okay with that. Even if I come over here and get a big blob and stick it on there, it's still blended in just fine. So Peach Pie. All right. So just go as deep as you want. I could have stopped a lot quicker. So we have Peach Pie. Now you want a different blending brush for each color unless you're really patient and can wait for it to dry in between. And then the next I have the new Timid Tiger, a 2527 in color. Whoops, there we go. And a second blending brush. So now let's pick this up and rotate it. Okay. So we rotate this and get this good and loaded. This is a brand new pad, so it's pretty doggone juicy. And let's come in here and fill it in. And yep, we just keep, see now that's not perfect. I am perfectly fine. And I want the color. I will hit this other line down here to blend the color so it's not just this sudden shock of a new one. And we'll get those to come in together. All right, let me just really load this up. And so if you would be so kind to give my video a thumbs up and a share, I sure would appreciate that. Okay, so while I'm sitting here coloring in, I've already asked you to give my video a thumbs up and a share, shamelessly. um, Tomorrow, so May 28th, Wednesday, May 28th, is when we can order the virtual scrapbooking retreat. And oh my goodness, you'll just have a year's worth of scrapbook pages. Okay, let's take that away. Isn't that looking sharp? Oh my goodness. And again, like I said, you can go deeper. And then my last color, Cajun Craze. All right. Pick that up, slide that in, and oh, I don't have a tissue. Okay, I'm all right. A third blending brush. And all the supplies I'm using are listed below the video. So get this nice and again, and I didn't need my template again because you saw how we went over the line to blend this one in. So we'll do the same thing here. I was so excited for this stamp. Like, oh, this is gorgeous. And a silhouette is just one of my favorite things anyway, and super simple to do. So I've got some tips for you of how we're going to get that silhouette stamped pretty bold against this background. Okay, see, this is not perfect, and seriously, I'm okay with that. But I do want to blend that line. How simple. There's our background. Let's go ahead and do this. Close. Okay, so the first time I stamped this, I used the Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad. And the coverage wasn't all that I hoped for. And I tried setting up the Misty. Well, for me, it wasn't working. I'm sure there are people brighter than I am. Well, I could have made this a lot bigger piece and then trimmed it down, but I didn't want to do that. So I went, wait a minute. This is one of the white uninked Stampin' pads. And years ago, I did this because I like a big ink pad and I really like the firm foam pads. This is the firm foam pad. And so I then made my own large tuxedo black pad with the firm foam as opposed to this. And so I just, the Memento, Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad or ink refill and put it on here. And look at the coverage, because there's just nothing like the firm foam pads. And so the white pad comes uninked. Now, something else I learned while doing this, the first 2 times I did it, got all my background all done. It was looking all lovely. I caught ink right there, pressing good and hard, right? Because I wanted a really good image. So I thought I can't have that. So let's take, I've got a Q-tip. Here we go. And some Stampin' Mist. I'm going to come over here so I don't have a wet. And let's pick up some of this and get it out of the way. So if it's not there, I won't catch it. Because it was disappointing for that to happen. I'm not worried about that edge because I'm not stamping on that edge. It was just right in here. And this is staying nice and juicy. You can see how wet I think on the screen, so I'm fine. But yeah, the first 2 times, so the second time I tried not to press in this area, but it was hard not to. Okay, so instead of hovering over this, hoping to get on it the right way, I leave it rubber side up. I'll take our background that we just created, place it on here. And I want to place it without moving it. There we go. And then our scrap paper. Here we go. And Miss Adelaide, what color is what, honey? I use for my background Peach Pie, Timid Tiger, and Cajun Craze. Oh, no. Okay. So this is an uninked white craft pad. I used Tuxedo Black ink refill and made my own firm foam pad. So it's black. And I don't know if I just shifted. Hopefully it was just the paper, not my, I don't think it did. And so when you do this, you can just rub and get it really, really nice. I wanted black. That new Secret Sea would be a good color too. I tried early espresso. It just wasn't as deep as I wanted. Okay, I don't think I moved it. All right, and we'll peel this off. Maybe. There we go. And look at that coverage. That's what the firm foam pads do for us. Gorgeous coverage. And see, I told you I wasn't concerned about that being not perfectly smooth. It is gorgeous on here. And where we blended those in together, just crazy about this. And how easy was that? I mean, we're hardly any time in at all. And so then I did want to put a greeting on there. I didn't want to just stamp and put a label on it because this was so pretty. So I looked for a stamp set with bold letters. And the Wonderful Thoughts, they're nice and bold to stand out against all of this color. And I chose Thinking of You because that works for everything. The Stamparatus, Miss Adelaide. Yeah, I tried it. Now, if you're going to cut it to the right size, the magnets are in the way. So the only way I could think of, like I said, there are people a lot, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I could have made it very oversized and had room for the magnet, but this just worked out easier. I mean, I don't have to mess with the Stamparatus when I already had made years and years and years ago my own firm foam tuxedo black memento ink pad. So the Stamparatus, yeah, if you want to overcut. All right, so this time though, I'm going to use this pad because, it's words. And I think it might be clear. I didn't try the other one. It was just something that felt right to me. Okay, and there's room right in here for our greeting. And there we go. Okay. Well, thank you, Miss Jenny. I mean, so stinking easy. And then on some basic black, basic black cardstock. There we go. I need my Stampin' Seal. And this, I got good and wet, so I'll put more adhesive than I normally do. I mean, by more, just on the center pieces. And on the basic black. And then when I stamped my sample, I didn't quite get it perfectly up there. So I took my Stampin' Right marker and just carefully colored it in. But wow, huh? Isn't this? Yes. Thank you, Miss Danette. Yeah. So how simple is this? And I just really, if you want black, now there are other color choices, of course, or if you don't care if it's as solid as possible, the tuxedo works if you want black, but if you want your own firm foam black pad, these are in low inventory, but that would work out so well. You could frame that. It's so pretty. Oh, thank you, Miss Gail. Oh, you all are so sweet. So this is my big tip. Tear some paper, and from here, turn it over, blend them. Super, super easy. But this was the game changer. Until I did this, it just wasn't coming out as well as I wanted. That's why I was trying to set up the MISTI so I could stamp it more than once. I thought, oh my gosh, that's just getting to be too much work. And the Q-tip to clean that area out because, like I said, I kept catching that, which I think would be really natural, pressing as hard as I did. And that's the Peaceful View. And it is available to order right now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it be pretty to do some of the, some blues and greens and all of that? Well, thank you, Miss Adelaide. So the colors again, Peach Pie, Timid Tiger, Cajun Craze. So 2 of these are in colors, but boy, they just went really, really well together. Very, very pleased with such a simple card and couldn't wait. This feels like a casual Friday, but I just fell in love with it. I can't wait to show you all how to do this. And again, very excited. I haven't used this in a while. Um, you can make your own. Now in the US, the white craft pads are in low inventory, so I wouldn't fool around. I'd go ahead and get on over to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com, to get that ordered. And this peaceful view, I mean, it's just one single stamp. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Hello, here we go. I guess I got so excited, I just forgot what I was doing, and I had this all ready to go. There we go. So the Peaceful View stamp, and it's just one, but gorgeous. And think of the different things you can do with it. While at, oh gosh, I'm old, so I still call it convention on stage. Some people were showing where they use this stamp on some scenery background paper. How easy would that be? And that's the uninked. So if you want to scan any of those codes so you can pick that up. I forgot to do that for you. I'm okay, really I am. So there we go. All right. So let's do this. There we go. So I can see and talk with you for just a minute. I mean, this may be the quickest one I've ever done, but one of them that I'm just crazy about. So a great beginner card, huh? Great for new stampers, and what a way to wow someone with the big, beautiful, Peaceful View stamp. And so, like I said, everything I use is available to order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And okay, so I've asked you to give my video a thumbs up and a share. Sure appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you coming in and saying hello and chatting. And Wednesday, May 28th, the virtual scrapbooking retreat. We can start ordering that, and the retreat will be in July, but those are available only while supplies last. And so you may want to just get on over to my online store and pick that up too. That's going to be a lot of fun. Uh, 12 two-page layouts. My goodness. Well, thank you, Miss Buffy. Oh, you all are so sweet. So it's that time of evening where I thank you for joining me. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Good evening, and God bless.